just stop being so like stop second guessing yourself. If your intuition is telling you to pick up a fucking carrot, go pick up the fucking carrot. If your intuition is telling you go drink some coconut water to clear out that tract, the digestive tract, then go clear that shit out.
And don't wait to see your bro doing it.
Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because your bro could probably been doing that his damn life, his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And you
just doesn't talk about it.
Yeah, he just doesn't talk about it because he feel like, it's that's
corny.
normal. Yeah. Also, some people need to stop downplaying eating healthy. Like, I've told people that I'm vegan and they will literally look at me like I'm the worst person that ever walked the earth.
You think you're better than me?
Mind over matter is magic. I do magic. Don't you mind over matter is magic. I do magic. Don't you mind over matter is magic. I do magic. Don't you think that mind over matter is magic. I do magic.
Welcome to Mind Over Matter, baby. I'm your host, Deja Wallace, and I got a big guest in the building with me. You get me, 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 you get me. Shut me.
My name is Yvana.
Period.
How you knew that was the period?
I had a feeling.
All right.
My name is Yvana. I am a fellow podcaster. I'm into media. I'm into the arts. I'm into learning new things. I'm a jack of all trades. I am a businesswoman. I'm also a tax preparer. And I'm about to be a nurse real soon.
What else? Hey!
This girl, more to come soon.
More is pending, but she's doing a lot.
A whole lot at once.
Yeah.
I be losing sleep. OD.
I mean, it takes a lot to be a boss.
It do. It really, honestly, it really do. I don't know how I do it. I think it's just like I was born into this, and I'm just running with my passion. Like, I want to make more money that I can hold. So that's, I just need to, I just like learning stuff too. So the combinations is endless. You can make a lot of things happen with those two combos, learning and wanting to make more money, passion and drive. It's something you born with. Yeah. It's not something you built with. Yeah. You cannot build, it's like, you gotta be born with it. Yeah. That's it. Like, I've always been a tough cookie. Like, I've been through a lot of shit. Deja, you know. So, and the way I am now is it's no mistaken. It's no mistake. This is something I was meant to do.
Yeah.
God-given. Amen.
Yeah. So, we're getting into episode 56 of Mind Over Matter, baby. I had Yvana. The last time I had you on here was episode 8. No, we did one after episode 8.
Yeah, we did one about religion.
Yeah, spirituality
and religion. Spirituality mainly, though. That was definitely...
The first time I had her come on the podcast was episode 8.
Yeah.
And the last time I had her come on the podcast
that was like a long time ago. I've been through... I lived in the countryside. I lived in the countryside. I found myself. I went to DR, came back.
You lived a whole lifetime before you came back.
Then I came back, and I was like...
It was episode 28 was the last time she was on here.
It's been a minute. I'm sorry.
That's crazy, but it's still here, and it's not going nowhere. It's sturdy.
I'm happy that I love to see, like, your creativeness, like, come to life with this podcast. Like... The way that it started and the way it is now, like, big glow up.
Big glow up. Trust the
big
process.
glow up. Trust the process. Always trust the process.
Yeah.
And I've always been a big supporter of you since you've been told me that. Like, don't say stop because it's dead. It's dead ass a fact. No, don't cry, nigga. Don't cry. Feel me? I've always been like a big supporter of you. I've seen you blossom and grow, and just watching from the sidelines, I'm like, yo, Deja doing her thing, and I love to see it. And I like you got your production shit all over the place. You got your camera. Like, I ain't even had a camera. I had my iPhone.
Nah, but like for real, you inspired me. Like nah, I don't want to hear none of that. I'm giving you your flowers. You gave me my flowers. I accepted it. You gotta listen to me now. Listen.
Oh my God.
You inspired me, and I told you when you made when Dare America was created.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you really did that. And that was something I always want to do, is create a podcast, but I never thought I could do it. I thought I would have to be professional. I thought I have to be in my designated field. I thought I had to like be a grown up. Like I never really heard people my age doing podcasting. Yeah, it was always older people.
Yeah, but fuck that. Like we changed the narrative.
Yeah.
We are born in 2000, off rip. That's the year of the dragon. We are fierce.
Yo, they thought we wasn't gonna make it. They thought after 1999
niggas thought we was gonna die.
Yeah, they was really waiting for like the world to blow up on 1999.
And we are fierce. Like we came in swinging, feel me? So when I did my podcast, I was in the headspace, like I didn't know what to do. And I had so much creativeness that was bottling up. And I was like, let me just birth it into something big, something huge. I didn't continue it because of my personal reasons. But I would definitely love to do a podcast in the near future. Like, I would do it like probably like on my dolly or like with someone else or whatever the case may be. But I feel like I would do it about something that is more broader than just America. Like I've been to different countries.
But America is broad.
Yeah, America is broad.
It influences everything and everywhere.
That's true, because everything is westernized now, and it's like we have our hands in all the pots. So, but I think I would love to learn. I would love to incorporate other things besides what happens here in America. Like, I feel like we're so propagandized. We're so... that's not the word I'm thinking about.
Propagandized?
Yes, propagandized.
I don't know if that's a word.
I don't think it is. It seems like it is.
I just made it
like it is. Honestly,
we're so propagandized.
We're so programmed.
Programmed is the word, yes.
We're so programmed into thinking like we run shit, when in reality we really don't. Don't fight me. Don't fight me.
I'm gonna argue with you. But yeah, say what you're saying though.
I think like we're not the biggest superhero there is in the world. We are also influenced by other things as well. Like we have our own culture, but our culture
propagandized is a word. Yeah, stop playing with me.
It's a verb.
Yeah. We're so propagandized.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I was never saying.
No. I had to do that for my ego.
Okay, yeah, I know.
All right, go ahead.
I'm happy that you figured out that was a word. Like, I'm happy that we got that down.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I would have probably never really. I would have been like programmed.
Yeah, programmed.
That's a new vocabulary word for me now. Yeah. I'm gonna start saying that shit.
Learning new things here.
Yeah,
that
I'm really happy for you. I love this
shit. Thank you.
But like, I honestly, like back to what I was saying though, I really do think that America is influenced as well as we influence others.
Yes, me? But remember, history is written by the victor. So even though Black people made the light bulb, but Thomas Edison got the credit. Yeah, you know. So it's like, damn. Of course, we're influenced by certain things. But
Black History Month, bro.
Is it recorded? Yeah, like is it recorded? You know?
Nah, that's a fact.
America gets influence from Africa, from a bunch of different places, but they put their patent and their stamp on it and their copyright. So basically, they just get to put their name over everything.
And whoever is dumb enough to not do the research will believe it too.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Question everything.
No, that's a fact. Like, niggas don't be doing the extra oomph of going above and beyond to like figure out the details.
Yeah.
But let's get into this episode.
Because
we drifted off a bit. We drifted off a bit, OD, but let's get into this.
But we didn't drift off. We still here, though.
That's a
still
fact.
Here.
We focus.
Yeah, so kick back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
That's a fact.
On episode 56 of Mind Over Matter, we will be talking about women's health. We will also be talking about westernized medicine versus holistic medicine. We'll be talking about menstrual cycle, birds and the bees, sex.
Don't get uncomfortable. Get comfortable.
For all my little boys out there, you could click out or stop listening now. It's not a combo for everybody. I feel like
they could learn too.
You could learn, but not a lot of people are willing to. They're not there yet. You get me?
Yeah.
But I want to just start off the conversation with just sex, because like I feel like sex is something that needs to be spoken about and nobody speaks about, and I feel like it's the premise of everything. Yeah. When it comes to health. It's just like the premise of like
that's a fact.
A lot. But a lot of people don't talk about it. How did you learn about sex, Yvana?
So all right. I didn't have
the birds and the bees.
I didn't get the birds and the bees talk with my parents. Ever. Nice. Ever. My parents are West Indian, Haitian. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Like, my dad and my mom were not like, they never really sat down and spoke to me when I was, when I was like 13 or 12, and like, this is the birds and the bees, like, this is the talk. I literally just was speaking to her the other day. I was like, do you want to have the birds and the bees talk now? And she was like, oh no.
The other day, Yvana, you are 20. Yeah, you are
20.
Why are you trying to have that conversation?
No,
girl?
Because it was a conversation that me and her was having. Mm-hmm. And I was like, do you want to talk about it right now? Like, and she was like, oh, I don't need to because the school already did it for me. I didn't learn from my school. I learned at my first job. So my first job ever was Teens Pack. Shout out to Teens Pack from Community Healthcare Network. It was a organization that would have peer educators train us to go out there and teach other peers about having safe sex and learning about reproductive health. I was 16, 17 at the time when I was working there, and I learned everything from the menstrual cycle all the way down to like unhealthy romantic relationship patterns and abusiveness and things of the sort. So
like 16, 17 is where you had the first interview.
That I had that first conversation about sex. But like even before that, I knew what sex was. I just never really did it with anybody. A lot of my friends at the time definitely did have their first time already. And they would tell me, and I would just be like, oh, that's interesting, good for you. But like at the time, I was not really full on interested in it, and I didn't really find a lot of guys to learn. I also went to an all girls school at the time, so that fucks me up completely. So
I don't think I could survive that. I'm not even gonna
it wasn't that bad. It was just like a lot of, I would say, frankly, it was a lot of horny girls, high hormone women in one place.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. It's giving jail. I couldn't do it. I learned a lot in that school about women. And I learned a lot about how, how being around another girl when she's menstruating, you can menstruate too. Yo, like, I heard about that.
It's a fact.
That's crazy.
So, there was this girl I was cool with in high school.
Is there a word for that? Like synchron?
I don't know. I would just call it
with each other.
I would just say kind of like a cycle sync up. But I don't think that's a technical term for it. I just call it that because it
makes
sounds
sense.
reasonable. Yeah, we syncing up like it's like a it's like an airdrop.
Like YouTube, like you pairing with her menstrual.
we syncing up. We period sisters. We locked in.
Nah, what? Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, period sisters is OD. Like,
we locked in, like your blood sisters.
Nah.
So I would deadass sync up with a lot of my female friends when I was going to school with a lot of them in high school. It was crazy. A lot of like that. I mean, yeah, that was my awakening of sex, though. But what about you? Like,
oh yeah, it was not talked about at all. Like, it was so bad that if a kissing scene came on and I'm watching TV, it's always when somebody that, like, all right, my dad will walk in as soon as a kissing scene come on, like on cue every single time. I think
he was waiting. He was waiting. He was like,
he be minding his business. Like, he'll walk in the house and see a kissing scene. I just look like a freak. He'd be like, turn it off! Yeah, turn it off! Or if, like, he hears the word sex in a commercial, he's changing it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really bad.
That is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, he just made it so awkward.
I think dads are like that.
Yeah.
Dads are heavily like that. They will make it very uncomfortable for their only, especially if you're his only daughter.
Yeah,
and you are.
Yeah.
So we get that. Me and you, I get that too.
Yeah.
My dad is like mad, like, nah, Yvana, no.
And my mom didn't talk about it neither. Like, they both just didn't talk about it. So the way I learned about it was through a lot of just curiosity and experimentation as a child. Like, at a very young age, I was like, oh, let me see how your pee-pee look. Like, very curious child. I learned by myself from these streets. I was really out here, like, really, like, asking people, like, oh, what's under there? Like, yeah.
I feel like, that's the problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, okay, like, I went through the same shit, too. My mom didn't speak about it. My dad was mad awkward.
Yeah.
And, what the problem is with that is, like, especially what I learned in my first job, is that sex is such a taboo topic that, like, parents will never ever try to describe to you how you were produced. They will literally say birds and the bees. Like, my nigga, just say penis and
I put
pussy.
The penis in like a vagina. Like, just say it.
Like, I think it's just like they don't want to talk about it because they think it's gonna open up a Pandora box of, like, worms that they can't even contain because they already feel like they can't contain you. But a parent's job is not to contain their child. It's to educate and guide their child. If you're going to use parental... Period. If you're going to use if you're going to use your parental status to control your children instead of educating them on what's up in this world, you, like, are failing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
and then you wonder why there's so much teen pregnancy and why that's a problem. And, like, girls are really going out in this world just being taken advantage of too, because guys have the conversation with their brothers. Yeah, their older sisters. Their older sisters are very frank. Like, with me and my little brother, I tell him straight up, like, wrap your willy. You don't want to get silly. Like, let's come on. Like, if you need condoms, I'll buy them for you. Like, it's just the fact of, like, people don't want to have those conversations with females. They think it's going to make them deflower quicker. But in actuality, it's really not. It's actually just putting the notion out there that this idea of reproduction and, this is the act itself. This is how you prevent pregnancy. This is how you can prevent yourself from X, Y, and Z,
situation. Like, even STIs is on a rise right now, and it's because of the fact that a lot of people are not educated on how to prevent from STIs. And a lot of people are just like, oh, you can have sex. The best way to having sex is without a condom. Or some people are allergic to condoms, so it's better not using them at all. When in actuality, there's so many ways of having protective sex besides using condoms that you could be allergic to. Like, some people are allergic to latex. There's also like I think sheepskin condoms, and there's other like condoms that you can use, like, and also there's also a female condom too. People don't know about that. There's also birth control. Like, there's also just abstinence. Like, you don't know what reacts to your body. Why are you gonna go and just have sex? You don't even know what you're doing. Educate yourself. That's the best way you can protect yourself. Period. Period. Period.
No, that was a beautiful monologue.
I'm so sorry.
No, that was a beautiful. No,
I stole the show. Let me leave now.
No. Like, I'm really here because, like I said, I'm still learning about sex. I've waited to have sex of like 2 years ago. I lost my virginity. Like, it wasn't that long ago, and I waited so long. I'm still learning. Yeah. I'm very ignorant to this topic, and that's why you're here.
Oh,
talk your shit.
I mean,
talk your shit.
I mean, like,
educate me and the people. I really am oblivious to a lot of things.
What else? Like, what else do you want me to tell you? There's so much.
There's a lot. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to sex, especially when it comes to, like, safe sex. Because people really out here just slapping anything, and they just doing it.
They just fucking
raw
dog city. Like, and it, like I was saying earlier, like, there's a high rate of STIs right now, and a lot of people are having sex unprotected, and like, a lot of people don't even know that there's so many ways to prevent that. And also, a big thing, people don't like going to the damn doctor. People don't like going to the doctor after having sex. That's a big thing. You need to go to the doctor, get a STD test, and see what your status is before you lay down with somebody. A lot of people don't want to do that because it's like, that it's just mad icky, or people are damn near scared of the doctor. Like, they don't want to go to the doctor. Like, they will never sit there and roll out of bed and be like, I'm going to the doctor now. Like, no. Like, stop being scared of your doctor. Heavy people. On it. Also, and I get it, it's also, some people also have that issue, like, they don't want to go to the doctor because they don't have insurance. Literally, the government provides you insurance. Medicare.
Yeah.
Like, insurance. There's no excuse.
It used to be Obamacare, but...
Yeah, but he not.
My son went stepping.
Yeah, he was like, all right, I'm out of here.
But yeah, I feel like just women could avoid certain situations in general just by being educated, because guys have the upper hand when it comes to just, like, the social part of sex and educational part, even though sometimes they're, like, wrongfully educated, which is a whole different topic. But a lot of the times, they take advantage when it comes to, like, just, like, sex in that world. They just take advantage.
And I think
based on their knowledge, even though it's not all good knowledge. They just have more knowledge when it comes to it because they speak about it more freely.
That's a fact. Like, okay, when I lost my virginity, it was with an older guy. This guy was, like, probably, like, a couple of years older than me, like 3. And at the time, I felt like I knew everything about sex until I met him. But the thing is, with him is, like, at the time I knew about sex because I learned about it already. And I was teaching other people about it. But the thing is that men will literally make it seem like, oh, like, you didn't know about this. You didn't know about that, like, tricks and shit. And you like, what the fuck? Like, you know it. Oh my God. Like, you know, and but the thing is, what I'm trying to pinpoint at is that a lot of men will try to make it seem like you don't know anything, or try to make you feel like you're slow or dumb about certain things, like, especially like sex, just so they can have the upper hand. And that shit is really vile. But at the same time, I don't want to make it seem like on here, like it's all man when it's really not. It's certain men. And they want to be that dominant one in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, etc. And that really fucking sucks as a female, because how am I supposed to submit to you if you doing sneaky shit, malicious shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's also the fact of like, some people just, it's the idea of trust too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was really getting at, because a lot of people have sex with just anyone and you don't know what they have, like, and you just laying down for anyone just because you want to feel something. And the thing is that sex is not about feeling something, it's about connecting with your partner that you already
mm-hmm.
exactly, you already connected with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you like, you know, like, I'm not gonna shame anybody because I've been through it. You know, I get it. Like, you want to connect with that person. You feel like a physical connection is gonna bring you to the next level. And honestly, frankly, it's not. And it sucks to say this out loud. But it's true. Like, you know, a lot of guys will literally con you into sex. And once they got you, they feel like they got you.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes we're not emotionally mature enough to detach away from an emotional,
or even educated. That's
yes,
the main
or even
thing.
educated enough to be
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what, this nigga tried to play me. Let me try to play him now.
Yeah.
Like, on.
It's true.
But yeah, like, it's just, it sucks. It really does suck.
It does. And
because you're just left there and you're just.
And when women do speak about it and are open about it, then they fall into this certain category as like a whole, and then that whole stigma that's they put into this box where they're just like, you know, they feel like just because they show off like certain assets or like certain knowledge about them, what they know about sex, is like, okay, yeah, she definitely been around, she has experience. Just because you know a lot doesn't mean you have a lot of experience.
Exactly. Like, you could lack experience. Like, I think, and I hate when people do that. Like, they be like, oh, she like, she knows so much about this, then automatically she been getting down and getting her ego on and whatever, blah blah blah. But my thing is that no, like, slut shaming is not okay. 1, 2, I think that being educated on sex makes you like have an upper hand. The way I said sex was mad funny. I was like, sex. Okay, we're gonna talk about the next topic though. But
we're gonna talk about syncing up. We about to get back into the synchronization thing. I'm not like I thought like, yo, like, speak, Deja, say what you feel.
It's okay, Deja.
I'm sorry for my audio listeners. Okay. I'm still learning how to speak, apparently. I am a child. This synchronization thing is kind of cool.
It is. It happened to me last year. So there's this girl I was really cool with, Doris. No, Daria. That was her name. Her other friend's name was Doris.
I like that name, Daria.
I know, right? It's so cute. Yeah. It's the show from the 90s. So, basically Daria was this like Russian girl that I was working with at the time. And she was so sweet, so nice, always talking to me, always hanging out with me. She adored my name because, you know, Yvana is like a Russian name.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that.
So, I keep coming out of frame whenever I laugh. So basically, like, one day she was like going through her cramps and shit, and I'll be honest with y'all, like, I get irregular periods. So
me too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, please don't sync up with me. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not trying to get no.
I'm on my shit right now.
Don't do that. Do not sync up. No, I'm taking off my Bluetooth, Karen. Like, don't do that.
Nah, but I'm just kidding. So basically, like, I never knew when I was gonna get my next period, and I was kind of like going through it, you know. And I was eating healthier, and I was taking care of myself at the time. So she comes in and she's like, oh my God, I have my cramps, da da da. And I'm like, oh, like, I hope you feel better. Like, here's some like tea. I had some tea on standby. I was like, here, have some tea, whatever. She's like, yeah, okay. And the next day, I was spotting. I spent the whole shift with her. Like, the whole shift. Like, we was like spending time together, doing little work projects together, all that. And literally the next day I start spotting and I'm like, oh wow, I got my period, yay me. And then I'm like, wait a fucking minute, I fucking synced up with this bitch. It was so weird because I always knew about it, but like to experience it was different. But I used to do it, happened to me a lot in high school too. So, and I didn't really think much of it because all of us is gonna have periods.
Yeah, like literally when I think about it, all my friends and I used to have our periods around the same time. Yeah. All the time.
All the time. And it's because y'all spending so much time together.
Yeah, now that I think about it. But
and
I
y'all
never
pick
really
up
thought
the same
about it.
habits. Y'all on the same vibrations. And I think it's much deeper than just having that sacred friendship. Is really just being spiritual humans, and then like y'all on the same vibration. The moon is feeling great.
No, for real.
Moon cycle.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's always that too.
And I wasn't taught about it. I was taught about it in school.
With the moon thing?
No, my period. My mother never had that conversation with me neither. I was just in my bed and I'm like, wait, what is this?
Yo, honestly.
And then my mom was like, oh, you're on your period. I'm like, my what? Like, oh, my friends talk about this all the time. I had it so late too.
When?
I had it when I was 15. Oh. Yeah, I didn't have it in middle school at all.
I had it in middle school.
Yeah, I know a lot of girls had it in middle school. I was like, I want my period. Like, why everybody getting their period? I want my period. Like, when is my time?
I hated it. Yeah. I hated it. I had it in 8th grade. I remember the day and everything. I ran out of Miss Kelly's science room, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. That's embarrassing. It was so... It wasn't like I inked myself. but like...
Nah. You make me ink.
But it was like, oh my God, like, what is going on? I was so mad at a lot of people. I was beefing with mad people. I was like going, I'm fighting for my life.
See, I was asleep with mine. So I woke up, I was like, oh, what's going on here? I was like, what's going on? My mom was like, oh, what? Like, she walked in like, oh, what type of bloody massacre? But yeah. Lucky you. And she still didn't even have to talk.
Bro.
She was just like, oh, you're on your period. I was like, oh, okay.
It's because right? When a lot of people don't know this either. I don't even know if they teach you this in school. But after you get your first period, that's when you can actually conceive. Right after.
Right, yeah.
Because you jump right into your cycle.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. Every time I tell somebody that, they're like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So some people who have it at 10, they could conceive at 10. Yeah, girl.
That is a lot.
Also, you know what's also crazy is that puberty really does start at age 10. A lot of people don't know that either. They think that like, oh, I can't teach my kid about sex at 10. Yeah, you can.
The earlier the better.
Yeah, because sometimes if you have a child who is, you never know, they could be horny aroused. They could be ready to do it all.
These kids
nowadays, they fast. But I'm not gonna shame them about it. They know a lot and they have access to a lot. So it's better to get them ready now than when
before TikTok. You say something on Twitter, they say something on Black Twitter.
Black Twitter? Oh God.
How do you feel like your partner could help you when it comes to your cycle? Because a lot of guys, they be like, oh, it's not that serious. You ever heard guys say that? Like, oh, guys are dragging it. Like, oh, are you on your period and I'm not even on my period?
You want to know something?
What?
So, before my boyfriend moved to Atlanta, I was like hanging out with him and I had my period. He thought I was over exaggerating because I could be a little extra. But I told him that I'm not. And you know what I did? I was like, this is how my period feel. And I like fucking uppercut him. Not uppercut him, but like I gutted him in the stomach. And then he was like, damn, that shit hurt. I'm like, yeah bitch. That fucking hurt. like I
don't
love
get
him.
it. Like, how can you say it's not that bad if you never experienced it before? Shut your ass up.
I think it's just like dudes really have a way of just like trying to like shake shit off unless it got something to do with them. Even when they be burning, they don't even be feeling like their penis is on fire. Like,
whoa there, that's a whole different topic.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of men have like a high tolerance for pain.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not trying to shade y'all,
that's
but
true,
I'm
that's
just
true.
saying,
especially black men, y'all been through a lot.
Yeah, I've been through. Oh my God.
It's true. They've been through a lot.
They're not gonna like us on Black Twitter.
They gonna love us. They gonna love us. Stop it.
But yeah, they have like a high ass tolerance for pain and whatnot.
This is what I would want my man to do if I'm on my when I'm on my period.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, alright? That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Just for a week.
Yes.
No, mine is 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Mine is really short, yeah. But yeah, just
you blessed.
Yeah, just leave me alone. Give me food here and there. Just treat me like a pet, pet, not an animal, like a pet. Like just feed me, give me water, and just leave me alone. Don't play with me. Don't touch me.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Cause I don't want to be touched. Don't do nothing to me. Don't. If you say something slick like, "Oh, it's not that serious." Yeah, I'm gonna do what Yvana did. I'm gonna uppercut you.
Yeah, you gotta uppercut or you gotta gut them in the stomach.
Yeah, because how can you say something like that?
Yeah, he was like,
what if blood shot out your penis every month for a week? How would you feel?
Honestly, you know what's crazy? Men do experience not the same level of us, but they experience a lot of like loss. Okay. So, like, with the menstrual cycle, they be doing their own type of cycle. They have their own, like, daily, like, hormonal release and increase throughout a day span. And it's like us, but it's shortened in a day. So, they deal with that shit every day.
That's why they be getting boners early in the morning.
Yeah, they be getting boners early morning. Or they be having their mood swings. You ever been around a boy, like, all day, and they just be getting mad out of nowhere?
Yeah, but I didn't know that was a reason.
That's also a reason. I feel like a lot of people don't understand like hormones is bigger than what they seem. Like they are like they can make or shift you. They can make or break you, literally. Like if you allow your hormones to be unbalanced to the point where like you are literally unbalanced, like you look tired, you are fatigued all the time, you look lack in energy, you look weak. It's because of your hormones.
And how does one's hormone become imbalanced?
From anything from like the food you eating, the lifestyle you're having, just the way you treat your body. Everything is surrounded around your diet and your lifestyle. So those two components reflect your body and its maintenance. If you are not maintaining your body, there is no way in hell that you're feeling good about yourself. There is something lacking in some degree.
Like if you eat junk food, you're gonna taste like junk food. Like honestly,
yeah, basically, like a lot of people don't understand. Like when you don't treat your body good, you don't get the results you want. Like people be saying like, I stink. Like, yeah, it's because of the food you eating. Like, girl, like stop, put down the pork chop and pick up.
You can have it, but like wait for Thanksgiving, like a birthday party.
I think it's also just like in moderation. Like people,
that's my point. Balance.
Yes, a balance.
Yin and yang.
Yes, like have your fruits and your vegetables, but also have your, your pork chops, your griot,
in moderation.
Your mac and cheese in moderation. Don't be having that every night, every day. Like, damn, your heart is not gonna last too long if you keep eating like this, child.
At all.
But like a lot of people don't understand. Like hormones play a big ass component in the way that their body moves and their body works. Like the more like when you wake up and the first thing you eat is some junk, you are not treating your body good for the rest of the day. Your body is gonna slowly slow down. Like a lot of people will just automatically eat fried food, like or fast food in the morning, you know, and then by lunch they're tired. Why are you tired? Oh, because I had a hash brown from McDonald's.
Yeah, you're complaining all day. All of that takes once you eat, I feel like your whole aura, your whole vibe reflects what you're eating.
OD. Yeah. And also, like, it's better to eat like a bowl of fruit in the morning than anything fried. Yeah, because then you have your antioxidants, you have the things that you really need for your brain to be functioning properly. You got your whatever protein, your water intake.
Your hormones are more balanced. Don't forget that.
Don't forget that. But yeah.
And what have you noticed since, because you are, I don't want to label you. What are you? Like, what do you eat? I don't want to say nothing.
A lot of, like, I don't even, okay, I'm vegan. I'm trying to be full-on vegan.
Okay.
I do dibble and dabble, and I end up becoming vegetarian.
Okay.
So the difference between the two is vegan can't eat no type of animal products. If it has an animal product on it, you cannot eat it. So that means dairy, it means eggs, it means meat like seafood, cow, pork,
seafood,
chicken, turkey,
I can't give up seafood, I'm sorry.
Goat.
No salmon, fish?
No salmon, no fish, nothing.
That's
nada,
tough.
No shellfish.
That's tough.
It's bad. It's not bad. Like I don't. Okay, like I love being vegan. The only reason I love being vegan is really just the effects that has happened for me since I've been on this diet.
What have you noticed different?
I've lost weight.
Okay.
My skin has been more clear,
glowing,
and it's popping. Oh, thank you so much, Dana.
Melanin busting.
Period. Yeah, I've seen a difference in
What about like your menstrual cycle?
Yeah, my menstrual cycle has come back. So after the first month of December, I was like, let me take being vegan more serious. So like December, I did like 2 weeks of raw vegan. So when I changed my diets, because I always change them so often, like a couple years ago, I went keto, and then I did pescatarian, and then I did fruitarian for a little bit. When I change my diets, I like to go on a fast that is completely raw foods, like period. Like only coconut water, only water, just straight fruit. So I did that for 2 weeks in December. And then I went and I was like, let me be a vegetarian and then a vegan. So I did vegetarian for the rest of the month. And then I did vegan. It was pretty cool. And I fucked with being a vegetarian, but I was like, let me actually try to be a vegan, because I did raw vegan. It don't make no sense. So I was like, let me do vegan, and that's what I'm doing right now. It's pretty chill. I don't mind it. There's a lot of things that's very limited in my diet. Like I was just telling you before we started recording, my mom, she called me and she was like, oh, yeah, I made you some beans for dinner. Like, you know, like some people would have been like, that's it. Like, that's all you eat?
Me.
Like, that's all you eat?
I would have hung up the phone on my mom so quick. I got you being boop. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would have been, because they are vegan.
It's okay.
So I can relate.
Yeah.
That gets me tight. Coming home to soup.
Beans? What the fuck?
Like, what I'm gonna do with this?
Nah, I love a little bean soup, because Haitians already have like a bean soup like that. It's like sauce pois. That's what it's called. It's so good.
Shout out my Haitians.
Yeah, shout out to the
Haitians
in Haiti, Haitians in New York, Haitians in Miami, Haitians everywhere.
Yes.
Boop, boop, boop. Sakafet. Anyway, so basically, like, Yeah, toast far is like super really good. So like I can't wait to devour this when I get home. But like some people would have been like, "What the hell? Like that's it? That's
I'm
it?"
some people. People look at me and they're like, are you vegan?" Because my parents are vegan, and they like my mom loves like broadcasting, like, "Yeah, I'm vegan," and yeah. So they assume I'm vegan because like they kind of like the whole fridge is just
It's
healthy
vegan,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, and I work at a vegan restaurant, so people really believe I'm vegan. I would love to transition, but I'm just trying to get thick first, and then I'll transition.
I think you can have the ability to become thick before you jump out my throat. The reason why I say that is because a lot of the protein that we eat is bean based and nut based and soy based. So with those combined, those are like if you eat like a good hefty meal that is vegan, you gonna get thick. You just gotta make it a priority to really plan those food meals out.
Mhm.
But I understand like some people would rather do I'd rather do keto to get thicker because it's literally a diet that's surrounded around protein based foods. You know, so I get why you say like I want to get thick.
Yeah,
I get it because I'm already thick and I'm trying to be thin. I'm done with this.
it's crazy how like once you have something, you always want something else. Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure when I get thick, I'm like, damn, I must be not skinny.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that song with SZA, and she's like,
Oh, what's
she's
that
like,
song? What's that?
she was like, oh, I
From the
I
new
got
album.
thick. Yeah, I got thick. Now I'm gonna look into Pilates. I want
Wanted to be thick, now I wanna be thin. Her Pilates is in, bet you windows out. You gon' hit my mouth, you could kick me out. You say I'm too wild,
Wait,
you
what
gon'
song
hit
is
me
that?
out. You got me fucked up, now I'm getting fucked up. Thinking about us fucking, why'd you have to fuck up? I don't wanna see you, why'd you have to...
I know what song you're talking about.
Yeah,
I just don't know the lyrics.
Me too.
I never understand what SZA's saying, but I just be turning it up and I just be like, yeah. I never know it. Because when you look at her lyrics, you're like, wait, you really said that?
Yeah.
I thought you said this whole different phrase.
Nah, she really be spitting though.
Nah, that new
she
album,
really be fire. So,
Yo.
period. period.
Fire.
She is literally like, she, like everybody didn't like it when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
But over time, like it grew on me. Like I kept listening to it every day, and I caught myself at a point like, yo, this is becoming addictive.
And the first time I heard it, I was like, yo, this is fire. It was just that one rock song. I'm like,
but then there's something.
Leave it to Willow Smith. Leave it to Willow Smith, like. Or if she had Willow Smith as a feature,
oh my
I would
God.
be like, all right, yeah.
I think she would definitely, because she still has to come out with a deluxe version, I think, of that album. So when she does, she could literally do that. I feel like it will be fire.
Yeah, it would.
And I think also she was supposed to have so many other people on it too. Did you hear you know what? Let's not continue.
The original Open Arms?
Yes.
Yes, it's way better.
It's way better.
Way better.
Honestly,
all right, sorry for all my SZA stands. You know, if you know, you know. If you're not a SZA stan,
if you don't know, then you don't know.
Tap
so
in.
Tap in, because
like...
if you don't know, then why don't you know? Like,
exactly.
Like,
you can tap into a lot of like Black women emotional states by listening to SZA.
No lie.
Talking
there.
about Black people, I think we should finish off with this conversation. Why should Black people care about holistic health versus conventional medicine? Because I feel like a lot of Black people are skeptical when it comes to conventional westernized medicine. And I feel like there's a valid reason, especially with the history of America. Think about like the Tuskegee experiments. Yeah. We were literally experimented on with vaccines. So why do you think holistic medicine and just eating well and caring about what you put into your body is so important when it comes to being a Black person living in America specifically?
You know why? Because that's what we invented as Black people. That's it.
Yes, my sister.
And if you know, you know. If you don't know, go find out.
Go read about it.
Go read about it. Because that was your diet is medication. What you eat is your medication. What you eat is what you become. If you're going to sit here and sit on your ass all day damn long and not fucking eat something that contains water, literal water, like a fucking apple, like, then I don't know what to tell you.
It's a reason why so much money is going into like marketing, medication and marketing fast food, especially in Black communities. Go in Black communities, that's where.
And it's because they can afford also they
can afford it, but when you can control what somebody consumes, you can control their mind.
No, I was saying they could not Black people can afford fast food. I'm saying that the fast food places can afford the places in town that are right by the Black communities.
But come on, they're fast food companies.
Yeah.
They got money.
Yeah.
It's strategically placed in certain places.
That's true, too.
Because what you eat ultimately feeds your mind. And if you're eating not, like, real substantial food, you're just going to be like, and your conversations are all just, like...
gibberish.
It's just regurgitated information that's not even your own thoughts.
Oh my God.
But that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't mean to do that to y'all.
I was like, oh my God.
I had to do it to y'all.
Honestly,
some
like,
food for thought.
It's that's true though. Like, I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But honestly, I feel like Black people need to just stop being so like stop second guessing yourself. If your intuition is telling you to pick up a fucking carrot, go pick up the fucking carrot. If your intuition is telling you go drink some coconut water to clear out that tract, the digestive tract, then go clear that shit out.
And don't wait to see your bro doing it.
Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because your bro could probably been doing that his damn life, his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And you
just doesn't talk about it.
Yeah, he just doesn't talk about it because he feel like, it's that's
corny.
normal. Yeah. Also, some people need to stop downplaying eating healthy. Like, I've told people that I'm vegan and they will literally look at me like I'm the worst person that ever walked the earth.
You think you're better than me?
Or I love this shit. Oh, yo, I gotta tell you about this other thing that happened when I told someone I was vegan. Okay. So, like, after, some people, if I tell people I'm vegan, they'll be like, oh, you're Haitian? How come that's crazy? You're Haitian and you're vegan? That don't make no sense. I'm like, I'm still Haitian at the end of the day. I can still throw down in the kitchen. I can still make griot. I can still make...
It doesn't add up. What?
I could still make fried plantains. Like, that has nothing to do with the other. Like, I could sit here and still continue eating meat for the rest of my life. But if I choose that I want to sit here and have a hold on something that I've had for the last 22 years of my life, allow me to make that choice for myself. Because some people are so addicted to cheese, to meat, that they think that's the only way that you can eat healthy.
And you wonder why you're depressed. You wonder why you have anxiety. You wonder why you're always sad.
Because you're eating a cow that literally was slaughtered.
Exactly. And you take on the cow's emotional state.
And they didn't even fucking have a choice.
Like, whoever said that is a dweeb.
Yo,
because listen,
niggas is dick riding.
That's a weirdo. And why would you say that? Because if you think about the whole Caribbean diaspora and the Caribbean, just like, even like Trinidad.
Yeah.
All of them.
Trinidadians have like a whole dish that have no meat in it.
Thank you.
Doubles. Doubles is literally chickpeas. That shit is so good.
If you really think about it, that person is not educated. Because even when I think about like Jamaican food, like the whole breakfast, like ackee.
Ooh,
yes. You could replace eggs with ackee.
Mm-hmm.
And it does the same thing, and it's even better. That's why my skin is glowing. Straight ackee. Ackee. No saltfish. Period. No saltfish.
Nah.
Yeah, you could do breadfruit instead of bread. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so much substitution that's even better.
And it broadens,
even better.
It broadens your cooking.
Yeah.
So when I changed my diet to keto, I was like, okay, like I could cook. I'm more comfortable cooking with meat. Mm-hmm. When I changed it completely to vegan, I was like, now I have two different ways of, I could cook this one dish. Say I could cook like a shepherd's pie. I could cook a shepherd's pie three different ways. But what's keto? Ways. Keto is a plant. It's a protein-based diet. Okay. And it just only includes just meat products and greens. Okay. You cannot eat no carbs. So
and
no
meat products as in soy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soy, nuts. You
Okay.
can eat with meat too. That's
Oh,
what
you
I
can.
did. Yeah.
Oh.
But that's what I did like in 2021. I did that for like 6 months. And it transformed my way of thinking. It transformed my way of cooking. It made me feel comfortable changing my diet. So that's why I started off with that.
Yeah. And her aura is beautiful. Like, you could tell when somebody... I could tell when somebody really eats junk food. Like...
Yo, it's so low vibrational.
Yeah, you could just see it.
And they be feeling so bitter. And they be feeling so low. Like...
It's not it.
It's just not it. No.
Yeah.
But,
one of the qualifications to get on a Mind Over Matter, you can't be at
can't
McDonald's. If you eat McDonald's, you can't be on this podcast. No, I'm joking.
If you eat McDonald's, you cannot. We gonna kick you out. I'm gonna uppercut you and
I'm turning off your mic. Like,
don't make fun of them, people.
I know they
crazy.
We're McDonald's shaming.
McDonald's won't come after us.
Come for me. Come for me.
I was going to say, though, when I told another person that I went vegan, he asked me, oh, I wonder how it is to date you. I've never been asked that in my whole life. And then when somebody asked me that, I really thought about it. And I asked my boyfriend. I was like, how it is dating me? And he was like, it's the same thing.
What the fuck? People
it's the same way.
Closed-minded, that's why.
Yeah, it's the same way. Like, if you dating somebody and they have a different diet than you, it doesn't mean anything for you. Like, you could join them on the journey.
Exactly.
That
should inspire you.
Yeah, that should inspire you. But if you really are close-minded and you really don't want to get involved, then don't get involved. Mm-hmm. Like, I really don't understand people. I don't.
The camera's dying, so any last words?
Oh my God, we're ending.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it like that.
No, it's okay.
It was a great conversation.
I just want to say that Deja is an amazing podcaster. And two, I just wanted to say that Mind Over Matter Baby is going to go amazing places. And three, I just want to say all the women out there, continue taking care of your body and living long, amazing, healthy lives. Okay, we deserve it. We are the creators of this world, and
I love Black women from infinity to infinity.
Bye.
Yeah, I love all women.
Nah, thanks.
No, I'm not gay though.
I'm straight.
But thank you for listening to another podcast episode. Thank you, Yvana, for gracing the podcast with your knowledge, with your energy. Like,
oh my God, Deja.
But yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, moms, that it's Mind Over Matter, baby.